What's up, Maniacs? Today is finally the day. We're going to remove this squishy piano black grill trim cover and we're going to replace it with the mini piano black part. It's going to look awesome. I don't know how long it's going to take, so this might be a 2-day video, but we're going to start by jacking up the car, removing this front fascia with the bumper, taking off this trim, putting on the new trim, putting it all back together. Never done it. We're going to try it out all together for the first time, so yeah, let's get to it. So let's start with jacking up the car. Alright, car's jacked up. The next step, we're gonna unclip the trim on the side and do a bunch of screws. So let's start with that. Start with some plastic pry tools to pop those plastic fasteners off. This is always so painful. Be careful not to tear the wire of the side reflector light there. Okay, so we got just the front off. I don't think we need to go the whole way. I think we just need to get the front so we can get to the screws that are holding this front bumper on. So let's do the other side. Some clips to remove right here underneath the front splitter, and then there are 3 screws there. There's probably one more underneath this plastic trim, so let's get that out of the way. There's 2 screws on each front splitter, JCW Pro front splitter, might I add, and then the screw on the back, and that's all it should take to release that. Then we're going to go up to the screws on the top. Got 2 bolts on each side up here right next to the headlights. Appears to be a T30, so let's get that out of the way. Now we're on to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I could see on the top. Looks like they're both T30s as well. They're all T30s as well, so let's start with those. So one thing I need to do is take the lights off because they are not mounted to the bumper. They're mounted to the frame itself, not the plastic. So they prevent you from pulling the bumper off. So we gotta undo the wiring, take those out of there. Let's do that. free, so let's lay a sheet down so we can set the bumper down on that and not scratch it all up. So while I got the bumper off, I have some red vinyl wrap, and I'm just going to do these front support beams with a red vinyl wrap. A little nice accent, as you can see through the bumper a little bit. So what I need to do first, though, is remove the wiring clips, or the zip ties holding on the wiring for those front rally lights. So I'll remove those, clean this bracing, cover in the red wrap, put those back on there, and then move on to that bumper front grille trim. So yeah, a little side project here while we got the front off. Let's wrap those. So first we'll remove the new part and just make sure it fits. While inspecting it, we can look and see where the tabs are on the existing one so we know where to remove it. There's some tabs that are hard to reach in the top front of the grille portion, so I found it easier to remove the entire grille with the trim around it from the bumper and then remove the smaller clips tucked up underneath the grille. Some of the clips broke in the process of removing this, but I wasn't too concerned about it because I don't plan to put this chrome grille back on. Finally, the trim is removed, so we'll set it aside and we'll start snapping in the new one. As usual, snapping in the new one goes in much faster than trying to remove the old one. Once that's done, we put the bumper back on where we found it. We reinstall the rally lights. And then we install all the screws and fasteners that we had taken off. Remember that there are about 5 or 6 on the top, another 5 or 6 on the bottom, and 1 on each side of the bumper. So that's it for this one. Microphone battery died on me in the middle of filming, so I'm gonna have to delve over some of that video with what was going on there. So yeah, sorry if it's weird. That's why. Pretty hot one today, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. That's why my hair is just a little crazy. But yeah, I finished putting the fasteners on, so it's good to go. Got the old chrome with the black trim cover part off, and this is the piano black part that's on there. So looks great, happy with it. It took me about 3 hours with filming video, so I think it'll go pretty quick if you're doing it at home. If you have a second person, you could probably do it in a little over an hour. But yeah, I'll leave a link below to the part and some manuals about how to remove the front bumper that I checked out. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And don't forget to subscribe and wave to minis when you see them. All right, catch you later. Real quick, forgot to show you the red vinyl wrap that I put on that brace behind the bumper. Yeah, I like that a lot. I think that's a cool upgrade. So yeah, if you got the bumper, the bumper and the front grille off, I'd wrap that. It looks pretty cool. All right, guys, catch you in the next one.